Vietnam is one of Asia's fastest growing economies, and Singapore is now its largest ASEAN investor with over 84 billion USD in committed capital. The question is, are you ready to seize the next wave of opportunities? We're seeing unprecedented momentum in Vietnam-Singapore business ties, and the best opportunities are still ahead. According to GSO, in the first 6 months of 2025, with 273 new projects, Singaporean investors committed a total of 4.26 billion USD into Vietnam, almost 3 billion in newly registered capital, and almost 1.5 billion USD in additional capital for existing projects. As of 2025, among 150 countries having valid investment projects in Vietnam, Singapore ranked second with 86.4 billion USD. In terms of trade, two-way trade between Vietnam and Singapore hit 15 billion USD in the first 6 months of 2025, a 30% increase year on year.
With Singapore investing more than $10 billion into Vietnam in the year 2024, and this number continues to grow at a 30% per year pace. Vietnam offers Singaporean investors many opportunities. Number one, Vietnam has a very young and tech-savvy population, and this has resulted in a number of exciting startups. Singapore funders have sought out these startups, and they represent a great growth opportunity for many of these investors and VCs. Number two, Vietnam now is a key node in the value chain for many manufacturers. With the CPTPP as well as the RCEP, Vietnam offers a great opportunity for manufacturers to diversify their entire value chain. Three, with the Vietnam-Singapore industrial parks, manufacturers are now able to access world-class infrastructure designed by Singapore firms and built in Vietnam, which makes their delivery as well as manufacturing much more efficient in Vietnam.
Singapore specific shots for each. Singapore's investment footprint in Vietnam is remarkably diverse, but several sectors are clear standout. Manufacturing, for example, especially electronics, precision engineering, and consumer goods, continues to attract the largest share, supported by Vietnamese skilled workforce and competitive cost. Real estate and industrial park development, particularly through the Vietnam-Singapore Industrial Parks, also known as VSIPs, remain a major draw. In recent years, we have also seen a strong growth in renewable energy projects as Vietnam pushes towards ambitious clean energy targets. Technology and innovation sectors from fintech to e-commerce to AI and digital services are also gaining momentum, fueled by a young tech-savvy population and government incentives for high-value industries. Together, these sectors reflect both Vietnam's strengths today and its potential for the future.
Singapore companies have been always ranked number one in terms of their investments into Vietnam for many years running already. In that sense, UOB ourselves, also being a foreign company here, we feel we can totally know what these foreign companies need in terms of the services when they first arrived into Vietnam. There is a very clear trend that we are observing here over the last 20 years. That is, Vietnam is evolving from being a cost hub to become a very good value hub. Okay, industries are shifting in terms of the investors that are coming in. They have been shifting from the traditional real estate investments, for example, the Vietnam-Singapore Industrial Park, the Saigon Center, the shopping malls, and many residential projects. But lately, over the last few years, we are observing more companies that are coming in for the value of it. For example, healthcare, education, and we are also seeing financial services consultants coming in. And even more recently, we are also having quite a lot of customers that are in the ESG advisory role, or even providing the necessary technology or monitoring. So all these changes is moving Vietnam in a very good direction. UOB has been operating in Vietnam for 31 years now. And in 2015, we even signed a MOU with the Foreign Investment Agency of Vietnam to help foreign investors coming into Vietnam to operate. So not just about Singaporean companies, we do serve companies from all countries, especially in countries that UOB has a very strong footprint, which is the ASEAN countries, as well as Hong Kong, China, and Taiwan. These companies, when they come to Vietnam, they need a very trusted partner to bring them through all the different regulatory as well as challenges that they will face. Sometimes they may not even know what are the challenges that they may face. So to find the right partner is the step one that we help our customers.
Over the years, Vietnam has definitely made it a lot easier for foreign firms to invest into the Vietnamese market. In fact, in recent months, what we see is the establishment of larger industrial parks and economic zones, which have coordinated infrastructure planning, streamlined administration, and ease of applications for licenses to invest into Vietnam.
Looking forward, we see strong opportunities in digital transformation, green infrastructure, and education. Vietnam has launched a national action plan to boost its digital economy and make it to account for 30% of gross domestic product or GDP by 2030. This opens doors for Singapore's tech firms in areas like fintech, agri-tech, cybersecurity, and AI, etc. Green tech, renewable energy, and smart infrastructure are also high on Vietnam's agenda, which aligns well with Singapore's expertise. Another promising area is logistics and supply chain optimization, especially as Vietnam becomes a key node in global trade.
So for Singapore businesses coming into Vietnam, just like they go into any other country, the first thing they are looking for is actually the right partner. So finding the right partner is the most critical thing, because the right partner will share with you what are the things that you can do or to avoid, right? And then hence leading into more efficient use of your resources as well as time. We are a full-fledged bank in Vietnam. We serve customers that are from corporate levels all the way down to individuals. So just beyond all these financial services that the banks like us are able to serve, we see every company that comes to Singapore as our potential friend as well as business partner. So we serve them in many ways beyond the banking services that we provide. For example, we connect them directly to legal services like Acclime that are trusted by us. Similarly, we connect them to, if they need the right premise, be it an office space or an industrial space, we connect them to the right partners here.
With Vietnam's competitive edge, Singaporean firms can explore business opportunities and venture into its dynamic consumer market. Let's explore it together. Connect with Acclime and UOB today for a personalized consultation or download our Vietnam Market Entry Guide.